Hummies.
Hello everybody, bean time. Today we're taking a look at a beautiful vintage bean slow cooked style bean in tomato sauce, no name can of beans, total of 270 bean per can. Not bad, little high, not high, little bad, probably due to the amount of due in it. And today we're gonna be rating the beans while having an intelligent and fruitful conversation based on beans. Okay, here we go. First, beans. Too hot. Give me a minute.
What? The fuck? What just happened?
It says on the can that the beans are very high in fiber and iron. And bean, which means I'm gonna be shitting my pants. An intelligent and fruitful conversation based on shitting my pants. Dude, I've got a nice card game tonight at my local game store, which means everyone in my vicinity will be breathing in obscene amounts of methane. I don't know if you're aware, but in our atmosphere, methane is generally caused from me farting. Like, that's what causes the most amount of methane output. There's cows here, and there's like the average person here, and then there's me. You don't understand. I just had 3 pounds of bean yesterday. I can't believe what was coming out of my body late last night. It was unbelievable. All right, let's see if these are enough now. You can kind of see there's actually some, I don't know if I want to get the camera up nice and close on this, but the beans, they shed skin, and it looks like bean, and those look disgusting to me because I always think they're cows, because I found cows once in a can of beans, and now that's all I can think about. All right, here we go. Too hot. Gotta get the flavor profile. Wow. Too hot. Let's get the bean in there, you know, that's what the wine beans. The old fucking drunk fucking people do when they're tasting fucking wine. Like, they can tell the difference between a $100 bean and a $10 bean. I would say there's a hint of cow's flavor here, you know, just a touch of like almost a shitting. The cow is pretty powerful. You would assume. I have cans of beans, regular tomatoes, but these are supposed to be slow cooked, so they're supposed to be slow cooked to be a little bit more flavorful. I don't know if I would say that. They're like too fucking hot. They're more sweet than regular tomato cans of tomato, and I've had my fair share. They taste almost like cans of beans. There shouldn't be in this one. I can't, I kind of ripped off the ink. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say half this shit's in French, and you know, like, yeah, that's the country I live in. Okay, it does say there is brown sugar in this, which, and mustard, which is interesting flavor. A little bit more. Yes, great. The No Name is the name brand for for no name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no name. It's not a name brand, but it is a name brand because it's name brand because it's not a name brand. You know what I mean? Too hot. That's hot. I wonder if that's hot. That was probably really bad. Sometimes I think about like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Times like this. How many people sit down with a can of beans and they were shitting my pants, you know? I come from a broken home. Beans were all we had. My dad shot my mom when I was 9. No, he didn't. Sorry, probably shouldn't joke about that. But I ate a lot of beans when I was a kid because my dad liked to beat me. No, the beans didn't have anything to do with that. My parents were kind of like too hot. My parents were kind of nuts. So between my father's beatings, they would, sometimes we'd have pizza night. And pizza night was actually, pizza night, already red flag. Would you believe it if I told you that they used nuts? They put nuts on pizza. So they do tomato sauce, like a very low tomato sauce, low sauce, maybe tomato sauce, free cheese, kill yourself immediately. And then they will put tomato sauce, and this is where the story comes full circle, 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 circle. Sometimes they would put tomato sauce on the pizza. I think long and hard, and I think back and I go, if there were child services in the area and we told them our parents were feeding us tomato sauce, nuts, pizza with beans, I think they'd be shot in the head. I think they'd be executed out back and we'd be given to a family that actually loves us. It was tough. That's not a joke, by the way. Well, we don't really have guns in this country, but you know, can you think of anything more disgusting? I'm trying to think of anything more disgusting because I'm sure I can come up with examples of anything more disgusting. My mom used to make, so she used to make pizzas and she would dose the pizzas with tomato sauce. Was weed legal? No. I think weed was only legal in Canada, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7, 6 or 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. But basically it was 50%. That one's not as evil because the brownies, they weren't brownies. Let's be honest. They weren't brownies. They weren't brownies. They weren't brownies. They were brownies. But they tasted good. It was tomato sauce mixed with like zucchini, and it was actually not brownies. Like, it was, zucchini loaf was something we would have for our brownies days. Instead of like cake, we would have tomato sauce. A lot of my friends' parents used to pull me aside as a child. This is a true story. They used to pull me aside as a child and they used to ask, kill yourself immediately. My brother and I are very close in age, about 1 year apart. So we would go to birthday parties and you know, weed was only legal in Canada. I'm doxing my area, but there was a kid play place basically. And that was the spot to host birthday parties. When you were a kid, play pit, you know, we're touching each other's balls. Some kid shit in the play. His name's Tyler, by the way. There's a guy in my grade who shit in the ball pit, and his name was Tyler. Besides shit your pants, Tyler. So once we were done playing in the play, we would go into the banquet room, and the banquet room was just a banquet room, but it had pizza and cake, obviously. And I wasn't allowed pizza and cake as a kid. I think they'd be shot in the head. I think they'd be executed out back and be given to a family that actually loves us. And this happened a lot. That my brother and I were being basically. I didn't mean for this to be a dump episode. This is the first episode of Being View, and I'm not even halfway through. But yeah, so we would eat shit, and we would eat so much shit. If I told them about the pizza, maybe they would have gotten the head. You ever had cottage cheese? God, fuck cottage cheese. Oh my God, that shit's cottage cheese. But I guess it's healthy, so we used to eat cottage cheese. We used to have a marble. My parents had tiny Tupperware containers where they put marble. This is going somewhere. I know that sounded like I was just on an insane tangent. The marbles the balls, touching each other's balls. They would take our balls away from us if we were bad. So we'd have 3 balls. If you had 3 balls at the end of the day, you were allowed touching each other's balls like a treat. If you had 2 balls, you weren't allowed balls. And then if you had no balls, if my mom and dad took all of my brother and my balls away, we weren't allowed balls. A lot of people ask me, I was born in the early 2000s. How come I wasn't playing in the play place, whatever. First of all, I came out. What are you doing? You're doing like duty. I don't remember. I don't remember. We were also duty stupid. Too hot. Beans are almost bean check. Not many beans left. Too hot. Die. Kill yourself immediately. Hello? Slave labor. I wanted a Winnie the Pooh shower head. It was like a thing you put on the shower. A child. I was a child. I was a child. And I wanted a Winnie the Pooh shower head. It was for a child. My father made me as a child for a month to get that Winnie the Pooh shower head. And of course my brother was a child. God, that fucking pissed me off. All right, last scoop, all the beans. Too hot, all gone. What invigorating content. Start shitting my pants and farting up a goddamn 6 or 7. Anyway, beans. What would I rate? No name, slow cooked in tomato sauce. I guess they're beans. I'll give it a 7. Not the best beans I've ever had. Not the worst. Very beans. I know it says made in tomato sauce. I'm probably shaking this around so much that nobody can read it. I know it says it's made in tomato sauce. But there was this weird taste, which I think was the beans, which is weird. I was expecting a bit more of a afterbirth, and I didn't really get that. I just kind of got, they taste basically the same as regular tomato sauce beans, and these are like 50 cents more expensive. So is it worth it for whatever it is? $1.60 instead of $1.10? I would just get the beans, and I don't know. And yeah, that concludes Bean Review, episode 1 with Frostbreak, me. While I dump, I need to end this video now. I've been talking too long. Thanks for watching Bean Review. If we get 400,000 beans on the video, I'll do a part 2. Thank you for watching, and have a meaningful day.